Hey guys, Gaming to the Maximus here. I've got a crazy light Kindred game for you to see here. It was an absolute fiesta just of crazy buffs and everything, so I had to show it, I had to put it up. This is one of those comps I talked about in my top 5 comps videos as well, so if you want, this is a video on that if you wanted that. So good. Again, I haven't seen this lose yet, and you'll really see why once we get into the video. But anyways, obviously I pick up the Malzahar here with Spatula, and Malzahar just being that great unit he is, spawning those Voidlings, is just going to take this first round for us. Going into what makes this comp kind of really great is obviously you're making Kindred a light character as well as she is a ranger, so giving her that ranger buff attack speed as well as that light attack speed is going to be just phenomenal. And the health back as well is really great. I prefer running every light unit but Nasus. You'll see me run Nasus in this game, but if I could have, I would have taken him out, but I hit level 3 Nasus in this game. I'm going to spoil it for you guys a little bit. I end up hitting level 3 Nasus in this game, and so I end up keeping him in, as I couldn't really find even level 2 Yorick, so I figured, you know what, level 3 Nasus probably a little bit better than level 1 Yorick, and we ended up keeping him in. But that would be the only light unit I would say you probably don't need is Nasus. You can end up grabbing Yorick, Aatrox, Soraka, Jax, Vayne, and then of course making Kindred your 6th light. This provides a lot of good avenues for you, and if you don't know, if you haven't seen my top 5 video, which you should get over there, look at my top 5 video. Master Yi synergizes incredibly well with light, especially with light Kindred, as she is a shadow unit, Master Yi also being a shadow unit. And then Master Yi also being a Blade Master, which is Aatrox as well. Aatrox as well is a Blade Master. And then, of course, Soraka being a Mystic, and Master Yi being a Mystic as well. So, Master Yi is synergizing hella well with this light comp. And as you can see here, we got Thresh with the light buff, taking out this Vayne. Slowly but surely, he's gotten that extra attack speed from being a light unit, and we are going to end up taking this victory right here. So, heading into this carousel here, I recognize that I already have a GA, which is a very strong item, and I think, you know what, I want a little bit more attack speed. I know light buff and ranger buff are going to give me a lot of attack speed, but Rage Blade's very good, Giant Slayer also very good, so we end up grabbing that, and we end up getting our level 2 Jax, and we end up picking up a 2nd Kindred from our 1st. And we were able to use our Nico's help to make it a level 2 very quickly. As you're going to see here, I have Kindred, Vayne, and Nasus for our light buff, and I have Jax, Scion, and Olaf for this Berserker buff. And so we're going to run with 3 Berserkers, 2 Rangers, 4 light, and a Shadow buff with Scion and Kindred. So let's see how it goes here. The cone popping off. I really do love Olaf here in this comp, as he just does a shitload of damage. I love him in really any Berserker comp. He just does so much, and as you're going to see, wow, our Kindred just popping off there with the light bonus. As you can see, we threw the GA on her, and now we are waiting for this wolf round to see what other items we can grab. So we're really hoping here for a BF Sword for Giant Slayer, a needlessly large rod for Rage Blade, you know, anything that's just going to make our unit stronger. We end up picking up a glove, a chain vest, and a BF Sword. Now here, I make a little bit of a mistake. I should have ended up making Frozen Fist, you know, the old Frozen Mallet, Iceborne Gauntlet, as it were, if you don't get my lingo there. Should have made Iceborne Gauntlet, thrown it on Jax. This is a cloud board, and Jax has a built-in dodge, and that would have been very good, and I should have made Giant Slayer on Kindred. It would have just been a better utilization of my items, but unfortunately, forehead, I think, you know what, I want that Infinity Edge, and now we're left with a Phantom Dancer. Not that bad, but Iceborne Gauntlet would have been way better. But let's see if we could still win games, even though with our poor item choices here. So we're going in, we've got 6 light, 2 ranger, comp is there, we're just missing that dark unit. And as you can see on the side there, I am building Blade Master Cloud. So obviously we've got the Aatrox and the Yasuo being Blade Master, and then we've got Yasuo and Kiana being Cloud. Cloud adding a bit of dodge chance to your team, and obviously the units on the Cloud Hexes already have dodge, so plus 20 dodge on the Cloud Hex, plus 15 dodge from your Cloud units. Boom, you've got 35% dodge. That is a 1 in 3 chance to dodge every auto. Here is where we pick up our Yi. He has a chain vest, and I just kind of want that, as well as I know he's going to fit in quite well with the comp as that 7th unit. As you can see, our Aatrox is not level 2 yet, and I feel like Yorick is a bit stronger, so I leave the Yorick in instead of putting in the Aatrox, but we do have that Dark buff, as well as that Mystic buff going on, which is going to be vital against this team we're facing here, the Mages. We're getting a little bit of extra MR, as well as, of course, getting our health back whenever a unit dies. And as you can see, we kind of just run this guy over because we got the Mystic buff and the Light buff going on. Moving into this Raptor round here, as you can see, we put a Phantom Dancer, the Phantom Dancer we had chilling on the side there, onto Nasus. I probably should have put it onto Jax. Again, another mistake we made, but hey, we learn from our mistakes. Obviously, Jax has dodge chance. We want to give him as much dodge chance as possible, so he's super annoying. And we end up picking up Rage Blade components here. But obviously our Master Yi has a chain vest, so we can either give him Locket or Phantom Dancer. And I go, you know what? I'd rather give him the old Phantom Dancer here. Of course, we're still waiting for our Aatrox to hit level 2, so we can slap him in over our Yorick. And then we will have Blade Master as well. But again, Yorick a little bit stronger at level 1 than Aatrox level 1. And we go up again against this Mage team. A little bit closer this time, but we do end up beating them pretty easily here, even though Nami gets off 2 big old waves. And yeah, we're really just building up that level 3 Nasus, that level 2 Aatrox, and, you know, grabbing some other units that can be good. As you can see here, we end up picking him up. We're going to grab him, grab one more Nasus as well, and swap out the old Yorick here. We could save these Yorick units and try and get him back in, but I say, you know what, fuck it. I'd rather Econ, and I'd rather get in Cloud as soon as possible. So from here, I noticed this Blade Master buff, and I go, wait a minute. We've already got Blade Master with Yi and Aatrox, and I'm sitting on quite a bit of gold here. I can level to 8 to get in another unit for our Cloud buff. Fuck it, I'm going to grab this Blade Master buff and throw it onto Jax, and well, some magic happens here. Our Jax pops off. If you want to follow him throughout the rest of this match, he really does do quite a bit of damage. It's quite insane. Blade Master buff, very strong in the light comp. Going from here, we do end up picking up a GA on this dragon, which is going to be very good. I do end up throwing that on Jax and leveling up and getting in the Yasuo, and as you can see there, a Cloud Lux. So we don't need to put in Kiana anymore. We got Cloud Lux. She is one of the best things for Lux to be. She's one of the best origins for Lux to have. It is a free 15% dodge chance if she's by herself, and luckily we have Yasuo in, so it's a 20% dodge chance. Upping it all the way to 40% for those 2 units that are able to dodge. It's going to be doing a lot. As you can see here, we beat this man up real easy. And now our comp is pretty much set. We're sitting at 3 Clouds, 4 Blade Masters, 6 Light, 2 Rangers, 2 Mystics, 2 Shadow. It just keeps going. So, yeah, guys, this is a pretty insane comp. This is our last opponent here. He is some kind of Assassin Steel mix, with a bit of Blade Masters as well. And we end up getting pretty close here, but if you watch our Jax, he just really beats up the competition with this Blade Master buff. You know, the Zed spawning Shadows, he doesn't care. He's killing him. He's stunning the Kazakhs, killing him as well. Nasus there, tanking it up as well, which is, you know, level 3 Nasus. Super strong, super great, and we end up barely beating him, but beating him nonetheless. We're looking for level 3 Jax. We need 2 more. Unfortunately, can't find him. And we're going to go up against this guy again. Hopefully, we won't fall too hard. I end up moving my Kindred out to the right a little bit. Obviously, this guy's Assassins, so I want her to, you know, be a little bit away from the back line so she doesn't die immediately. But again, she does a pretty good job of doing damage. And again, ours Jax, he's just beating it up. There's, you know, that's about it at this point. Jax with Blade Master buff. It's like real Jax in League of Legends. He gets a Rage Blade and he starts bashing your team in. So we end up picking a Giant Slayer buff up here. Unfortunately, we couldn't hit Master Yi level 2, but we do end up picking up the Giant Slayer buff. and we throw it onto Master Yi, as I still want Jax to have the ability to get that dodge chance in. I think it's very important. Same with Master Yi. I know they're both doing great damage here, so I just leave that up to him. And look at Master Yi going off. Look at Jax going off. These Blade Masters actually super vital in this light comp. So we end up beating that guy pretty badly there. The reason being, I actually take a look at him because I'm like, wait, why did we beat him so bad? He just took out his 6th assassin. Not really sure why he did that, but he then puts it back in. I don't really know what was going on there. Maybe he was a little frustrated or something. But anyways, yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Ivern video coming out soon. Going to try and put out a Hail of Blades Ivern thing. I don't know if it's going to be a whole gameplay or what it's going to be, because again, I don't like uploading things that are above 15 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit. Sorry if I went a little fast again. This game was all over the place. It was like 40 minutes long, and to edit it down was kind of crazy. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the game. Hope you enjoy your week. And yeah, hope to see you around the stream. Later!